Welcome to the Hilton Head Living Podcast. I'm your host, O.T. Gibbons. The mission with all of our content is to make sure you get the most out of your time in Hilton Head. All the best places to go, all the biggest events going on, and everything you need to know to get the most out of your time on the island. I am joined as always by the star of our content, my beautiful wife and co-host, Jessica Gibbons. How you doing, Jess?
Hey.
All right, on this week's episode of the podcast, we are going to be talking about things to do in Hilton Head this weekend. We're going to be talking about our favorite new thing that we tried last week. And as always, we are going to be answering the people. So with that, why don't we get started on what's happening this week, Jess?
We'll start off with Wind Down Wednesday on the 13th. We touched on it last week. So more information, go back and listen to that podcast. But it's at the Village of Wexford from 5 to 7:30. Tickets are $15, and they benefit the Meals on Wheels charity. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, more information last podcast. The Coastal Discovery Museum is starting a new series event called Discovery Night at the Museum. So it'll be every Thursdays from about 5 to 7. It's for everyone over the age of 13. So this Thursday, it is a wine glass painting class. So it sounds like a lot of fun. You get to paint 2 glasses, and you can bring your own wine to drink also. And they'll give you all the materials needed for the wine glasses and the paint to paint them. And the cost is $35, and you can go to their website to register and to see the upcoming events on Thursdays too.
And you love the Coastal Discovery.
I do. I know. I'm kind of sad. I have to miss this event. I already have something planned for Thursday night, but I would have gone if I wasn't already busy. So somebody go and paint me a wine glass. And then we have on the 16th, so it is St. Patrick's Day weekend. We're going to start with Pulseology's annual Golden Egg 5K fun run and walk. And it's $40 for the actual 5K. But then they also have all this other stuff going on. So there's an Easter egg hunt where you can find, there's 5 golden eggs, where if you get an egg, then one of those golden eggs, then you can get a specialty gift basket. And they'll also have bouncy houses and other kids' activities going on, and all that stuff is free. And it's from 8 to 11 and is at their Buckwater location. Also on the 16th is Bluffton's St. Patrick's Day Golf Cart Parade and Block Party. The golf cart parade starts at the town hall at 3 o'clock, and then the block party starts after that at the Oyster Factory Park. And you do need to get tickets for the block party. It sounds like fun.
And what was the last golf cart parade that we went to in Bluffton, or you went to with my mom?
It was the Christmas one, and it was a lot of fun, and people really did their carts out. So Bree and Drew are in Bluffton, so I told Bree about it, so they should go to it, and it seems like it's a lot of fun.
I wonder if it's like the same thing where they go all out. That's like we haven't been to that one, so hopefully when they go, they'll be able to film it, and that'll be a lot of fun. That should be really cool.
Yeah, and it seems like the block party afterwards is a lot of fun too. And you can enter your own golf cart too. I found all the information out on BlufftonSC.com. And that's where you can register your golf if you want to take part in it too. We have Irish Fest on Hilton Head. So the 16th, the free concert is at Low Country Celebration Park, and it starts at 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. There's a Celtic band, bagpipes, Irish drums, and Irish dancers, which sounds like a lot of fun. And then on Sunday, the actual parade takes place at 2 o'clock. So new time. Last year was 3 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. And it also starts at Low Country Celebration Park, goes down Pope Avenue to Office Park, so like where the Riley Plaza is, or Park Plaza,
That's a different route.
How do you know?
No, then where they normally, like where they had like the run that they had, they always seem to go like along the beach.
Well, that's like a run, so I mean, we haven't been to the St. Patrick's Day.
No, I know. It's just, it's cool because that's like the main road.
Yeah, so they are closing it off at 1 p.m.
Right, okay.
So if you need to get somewhere down that area, you want to park down that area, make sure to do it early.
So the 17th at 1 p.m.,
They
do
close off the road.
not go down towards Kayaking Plaza because the road will be a disaster. And that circle right there is probably going to be right, the Sea Pine Circle.
Yeah.
It'll just be a nightmare.
And lots of restaurants and stores will be out with special Irish either drinks or food and specials. And you can bring chairs to sit and watch, although coolers and dogs are not allowed. Or pets, I should say pets, are not allowed. Most people bring dogs, but pets are not allowed. But come out and have some fun. So I was trying to think what we did last St. Patrick's Day, if we went or not. Do you remember by any chance? You probably don't.
I probably wasn't even here. I don't remember.
So we were both here, but I had gotten my kidney biopsy the day before on Friday, before they were having the festival and stuff. And you were still recovering from your shoulder surgery. It was about a month after your shoulder surgery. So we were both kind of like locked down at home.
Yeah, okay. Are we going to this stuff?
Yeah, so I definitely want to go to at least the parade. It seems like a lot of fun. And
I wonder where you park if they're closing off the main road. That's the first thing my mind goes to is like, where do you? So like if you can't even get in there, like I don't even. Have they given any guidance in like where you're supposed to park for the festival? Because
I didn't see anything. There is online. There is a map kind of where it starts and ends. You can get down to Kayaking Plaza early or park at the Low Country Celebration Park. Just get there early, or maybe park in the Riley's Plaza area too, or maybe the Publix parking lot, I'd say.
And obviously we love checking out Celebration Park music festivals. So the Celtic band will be really fun, I'm sure. So excited to check that out. Yeah,
it sounds like, and I'm sure there would be food trucks and stuff there. There usually always is. So that's something new for us again.
Yeah, we'll report back.
And then also on the 16th, so the Saturday, the Hilton Head Community Farmers Market that usually takes place on Saturdays in Shelter Cove is having an Irish-themed farmers market. And I know they're having a scavenger hunt where you can win gift certificates to some local shops or restaurants. And then on the 17th, the last St. Patrick's Day thing is at the Salty Dog. They're having a Shamrockin' scavenger hunt where it's for kids 12 and younger. And I guess you find little shamrocks around the place and you can trade them in for prizes. And that's from 9 to 11. And just as a reminder, we talked about it more on the last podcast, but on the 23rd, there is a pop-up cooking class at Charlie's. And like I said, there's only 9 spots. So that's why I'm bringing it to you now, because if we mention it just the weekend of, I'm sure it's going to be booked. And you can listen to the last podcast about what you'll be making, what it involves, and how much it costs and stuff. Another reminder, you have the whole month to buy a Surge Community Strong a VIP card, which gives you 25% off the restaurants. Again, last podcast, it has all the information. You can buy it online, and it is good for a whole year. And then the cards get mailed to your house also. Just a little more information on that.
So with that, let's talk about our favorite new thing that we tried this week. I was traveling last week, and I'm just happy to be back on Hilton Head Island, the greatest place on earth, and be sleeping in my own bed. So I don't have anything, but what do you got for us this week, Jess?
Well, we're happy you're home too, by the way.
Very happy to be back.
It's tough being single dog mom of 3 months. No, I'm joking. I know kids are a lot worse, so a lot harder. So I was invited to stay at the May River Manor in Bluffton, which I did on Friday night. I put up a bunch of stories on it. I'll be doing a reel so you can see a little bit more in it. And it's a really cool place. It only has, I think it's about 6 suites. And they're all very nice, very big. You walk in and it's a kind of a nice big common area. They have a very nice cozy living room, and then a dining room with a big table you can eat at, and then a big kitchen. And they have another room that's the breakfast room, because in the morning they make breakfast for you. They have chefs come, they have the menu for you. You pick out what you want and give it to them the night before. And in the morning, they got you ready to go, deliciousness. And when you get there, there's a charcuterie board and some wine set out for you, which is very nice. Meg, the manager, is absolutely lovely and wonderful. And it has a beautiful back area. It would be perfect for a wedding, a special event, something you have your wedding there, smaller wedding, and then you can stay, the bride and groom, or maybe the bridal party or the parents can stay at the manor, and it'd be perfect. They have balconies off of every single room. It's absolutely lovely. There's a pool. Unfortunately, the weather just wasn't that nice for me to really sit down and enjoy or go out in the pool, but just means I have to go back.
Yeah, it was nice. I stopped by. I actually got back the evening before, or the evening she was staying there. So I didn't see her till the next morning when I went to go pick her up from the May River Manor. But it is a really nice spot. Yeah, the thing that stood out to me was the balconies off of the rooms were just incredible, and then the back the I guess it's basically like a backyard, but this huge area behind the manor. It had lights hung above it already. It was really perfect for, a reunion, a wedding, a birthday, any of that stuff. And the rooms were great, and everything about it was new and looked amazing, and plenty of parking. It was really a neat spot.
Yeah, and it's in a great location to if you have something going on in Savannah. It's very close to Savannah. Like there was a couple staying there that was going to a concert in Savannah, but then it's also really close to all the stuff in downtown Bluffton, and then it's not too far away from Hilton Head beaches either. So it's a pretty cool location.
You had dinner in Bluffton. How long did it take you to get back to the manor from Bluffton?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
At the most 15, but I think there was also an accident actually when we went to dinner, so that we have to go around the long way. So that's why I'm like, it was probably more. So it took us a little bit longer, but it would be more like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, so it's right there, kind of in the middle of everything.
Yeah, and they have these amazing tubs, clawfoot deep tubs. I would assume they're in every room, but they were really cool to take a bath in. You have mine had a little window right next to it too, so that was nice for the morning. Was pouring down rain and cold and drizzly, and I just took a nice bath and felt cozy. So, and they have great robes. I love hotels that have. I love my own robe. I wear it all the time. He hates it. But I love when places that you stay at have robes, so they get bonus points for that one.
Right. So as always, we're going to answer the question we have been getting the most often lately is where to go kayaking in Hilton Head. If you listen to this podcast frequently, you know that I hate the water. I live on an island. I don't swim in the ocean. I don't swim in bodies of water. I barely go in the pool. I'm a golfer. I like dry land. It's just kind of my thing. But Jess and her mom specifically are huge kayakers, love the water, big adventures. Some funny stories about them going kayaking together. It's always entertaining, but they really love it. So I'm going to let her take the floor on this.
Yeah, so I've been kayaking a bunch here. I actually have my own kayak too. But a lot of places do rental kayaks. So you can most places do a guided tour, and you can rent sometimes for like an hour or two, which I've done both. I actually prefer the guided just because I still don't know the waterways very well here, and you can get stuck. You need to know the tides. That's a big thing. If you're going to go out on your own, check the tides, because if it's low tide, you can get stuck on especially the oyster shell and stuff, which I kind of got, even on a guided one, I got a little stuck, and it takes a minute to get off. So at least I had people with me, and so I didn't really freak out, but I feel like maybe if I was by myself, I'd kind of freak out. So yes, make sure you check the tides before you go out. So the first place I did with was Kayak Hilton Head, which is by My Adventure Hilton Head, and kind of by Fish Camp and stuff. There is a dock out there, so that's guided, and you can take your own kayak out there, and they have rentals out there. And then I've done the Salt Marsh paddle tours, which we went off of from the old oyster factory. Like they have a bottom deck there. You kind of go right off of there, which that's tours and kayak rentals. And then Island Water Sports is from the South Beach Marina. That one we just rented kayaks. Although I was a little worried to go out in the Calabogie Sound just because I didn't really know where I was going. And sometimes, you've been on boats before, how a lot of times they tell you to just stay to the side or something. And there's a lot of boats coming in and out. So we didn't go too far on that one. And then there's outside Hilton Head, which goes out of Shelter Cove Marina, where this one, I've actually also done stand-up paddleboard out of there too, which we saw a lot of dolphins. You have to kind of paddle out there. But then I went with my mom once, where if you've been kayaking, they usually tell you to go out against the tide, so therefore you can come back easier. It was super windy, choppy waters, and we weren't really going anywhere. And my mom's like, who isn't a very experienced kayaker, so this is why it makes it extra annoying. She's like, well, let's just turn around for like a little bit. And I was like, well, we still have a good amount of time. So we go the opposite direction, literally just 10 minutes, and it took us about 45 minutes to get back, and I was furious with her. I got there before she did, because you couldn't stop either. Like, I'm faster than her, a little stronger than her, but you couldn't stop because otherwise you're going to get pushed back. And I was probably cursing her name the whole time. I was so mad. I got to the dock, got myself off, and it was there to help me, and I called OT up, and I was just like, she might get eaten by dolphins, and I don't care, and it's her fault. And he was just like, what? Like, do I have to come and find your mom? And I was like, no, it's her fault.
Yeah, she can fend for herself.
That's so I went to the bed, I changed up and stuff, got it, and then finally my mom was there, and she was like, oh, where'd you go? She didn't seem like it fazed her at all. Luckily, I had calmed down by that part. But yeah, she really thought he was going to have to come out to go rescue my mom.
Go drive around the island trying to find her.
Yeah. And then the last one, there's Island Head, which that's a tour only. And it's out of the Hilton Head Harbor. And they also do a bunch of other water stuff, stand-up paddleboard. They have boat tours. They do the parasailing stuff, so they're good for a lot of stuff. And then because I have my own kayak, some places I put it in the water myself is near us near Hilton Head Plantation. There is the rowing and sailing center at Squire Pope. So you can put it in there, and you can go along Skull Creek area. And then there's, like I said, we went off of the old oyster factory, which up the street a little bit is a boat ramp, and you can go in through there. And then there's the Cross Island boat landing, which is where Black Marlin Grill is, and the Carolina Crab is there too. So it's another like boat ramp. You can put your kayak in